Okay, folks, what a great way to welcome all of you. I'd like to say good afternoon, good morning, good evening, and welcome. This is Spoon TV. I'm Nelson Colette. We are here at the grounds of the legislature. Of course, this is the Senate wing of the legislature. And we're here basically to provide you a quick update on some of the unfoldings today at the chambers of the Liberian Senate, some of what the Liberian Senate was able to pass on or considered in their working session today. So basically, there were a few things that made it on the agenda of the plenary of the Liberian Senate. But first of all, we want you to give us an update on the audio quality. Kindly let us know what the quality of the audio is like. Give us feedback as to whether this audio is something good that we can work with. We want you to kindly give us the feedback as we provide you a quick update, and we ask you to share the live broadcast as well. Just give us an update as to what the audio quality is like. Is it good? Do we have a better output that we can work with? We will appreciate a quick feedback from you as we provide you some of the updates here today from the Liberian Senate. Okay, so Roger said the audio is good, and I see Aaron Kelvin Flomo says the audio is 100% good. And I see a lot of other feedback coming in indicating that this is very good audio that we can work with here for this quick update. So just a quick one. Today the Liberian Senate held her 35th day sitting. Today was the 35th day regular sitting of the first section of the 55th legislature. And there were a couple of things that made it on the agenda of the for the Liberian Senate today. Of course, we had a report from the Joint Committee comprising Labor and Judiciary, Human Rights Claims and Petition, an act to amend Section 22, Scope 30 of the Decent Work Act, and you also had on the agenda today the issue that had to do with a report. There was a report as well from the Joint Committee comprising Labor, Judiciary, Human Rights Claims and Petition regarding complaints from workers of Firestone Company, and you also have and just before going any further, this particular committee has been working on this issue. There was a hearing held with Firestone. Representatives of the institution were invited here. They had a hearing. So that committee was expected to report to the plenary today as to what the findings are. But as it went, the committee could not give the report today based on some issues beyond their control. The committee, as they said, has almost completed compiling the report. So they will subsequently bring plenary up to speed with what the findings are from that particular report. There was a report from the Committee on Agriculture, Forestry and Fisheries regarding complaint on the wildlife invasion of farms and community in the Golakane district in Grand Cape Mountain County. That concern was raised by the Grand Cape Mountain County Senator Daba Vabla, when she said several communities, especially in the Golakane district in Grand Cape Mountain County, were living in fear based on the invasion of wildlife, elephants and other wildlife species that will consistently encroach on communities, on farms, destroying several homes and properties in that part of the country. And so that particular report again is expected to be addressed. The committee has been working, and they told plenary that subsequently they will be able to provide their findings and further recommendation to the plenary of the Liberian Senate. And so I just want us to go down quickly to where we have D. Next on the agenda today that the Senate was able to address was a report from a committee. Okay, so I just want to go quickly into just few more we have to deal with. So there was a report from a joint committee on public cooperation and transport regarding the revamping of the sector. That committee was able to address plenary today. We'll bring you more details on that. And there was a report as well from there was a report from the Joint Committee on Education, Public Administration on an act to create the Tapeta Statutory District Vocational Institute in Tapeta, Lower Nimba County. That particular issue was addressed on the floor, where the Senator Nimeni Batikwad made a motion for that issue to be taken to the relevant committee so that they can take a decision from there. So what this means is that the committee is going to take on this issue, they're going to do due diligence, and they're going to report to plenary, and then plenary will make a decision as to whether the Tapeta Statutory Vocational Training Institute that is supposed to be created in Lower Nimba County will actually be created. And then there was a report from a joint committee comprising Education and Public Administration, Judiciary, Human Rights, Claims and Petition, Ways, Means and Finance on an act to repeal the 2012 Act creating the Habel College and to establish the Margibi University. And that particular communication was addressed by plenary today after the committee went ahead and did due diligence. The committee was able to report to plenary, and then plenary took a decision. There was unanimous vote today. As of the time of the vote, there were 18 senators in session, excluding the presiding, who was Senator Abraham Darius Delon at the time of that particular voting process. And all 18 senators voted unanimously to repeal this 2012 Act to create the Margibi College. Instead of Habel College, is going to be now the Margibi University. So the status of this institution is going to be upgraded from just a college, Habel College, to Margibi University. What this means is that they're now going to be offering full bachelor's degree program and other programs at that very institution. And following this decision that was reached by plenary today, the Margibi County Senator took to the press, to appreciate the plenary and other colleagues who have been in this fight with him. This is his fight, according to him, that was taken on from the 54th legislature and coming in from the 55th legislature, especially serving as chair on the Committee on Education. They've been working tirelessly, and finally today they succeeded in getting plenary to take this particular action, upgrading the Habel College to Margibi University. That's now going to be issuing full-fledged bachelor degree and other degrees in Margibi County to residents of the county. And so another issue that the Senate was able to address today was there was a report from the Committee on Foreign Affairs regarding the condition of citizens working in foreign service in various countries. And this is a very serious concern. This is a communication. This entire thing has it comes from the backdrop of a communication that was written by Senator Sir Hali Joseph and that of Senator Nathaniel McGill, raising concerns about the condition of Liberians who were recruited into foreign missions to serve in different countries to represent the diplomatic interests of Liberia. And according to the communication, the condition of those individuals are very terrible. Most of the folks have not been paid since they took on to those foreign assignments, and in fact they have been stranded in those different countries, and so that became a serious issue of concerns. Well, the Senate's Committee on Foreign Affairs met briefly right after session today, met briefly with officials of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and they were able to have a brief discussion as to what's the way forward, trying to establish what the actual issues are and how the government of Liberia can address those different issues. And then immediately following that engagement, there was a brief media engagement with the chair of the committee, Senator Darius DeLon, and other officials of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs who made it to the that special briefing, that closed door engagement that was held today. And what the Ministry of Foreign Affairs did tell the media is that the information is true. The communication that was addressed by the two senators Senator Sir Joseph and Senator McGill regarding the condition of foreign workers is actually true, that there are so many foreign workers, folks who were recruited into diplomatic service, into the foreign service, who are being stranded into other countries. She put the number at 54 individuals currently stranded across the world. But her own issue is that they're addressing the situation. That's why, in fact, they had to come and meet with the Senate Committee on Foreign Affairs, that they will find a solution to the issue in the soonest possible time. Well, following that brief engagement, Senator Dillon did speak to the media, and he also confirmed that indeed those individuals are stranded, that in fact the situation is a national embarrassment. And of course, he did say that they are working out modalities to repatriate those individuals who left for foreign service, especially those people who were not recruited through the proper channel, some of whom, according to information, transported themselves, bought their own tickets to go to those different countries without going through the proper vetting, through the requisite process as to how individuals get recruited into foreign service. He confirmed that some of those individuals did not meet the criteria, and so since in fact it was done under the previous administration or during the transitional period, this government is working tirelessly to bring the issue to rest. And what they are going to do subsequently is to start to repatriate those individuals, making sure that they come back to Liberia, especially those people who are yet to meet the requirement to remain in those different countries, since in fact they are out there representing the interest of the country. And so those were a few of the many issues that were addressed today. Well, there was a communication as well from the Margibi County Senator, Senator James Emmanuel Nukwe, regarding the public corporations we have in the country, especially when you talk about the National Port Authority. There are different ports we have across Liberia. The National Port Authority happens to be one. You have the Grand Bassa Port there in Buchanan, Grand Bassa County, and other counties across the country. There has been a debate, and there was a mini debate today on the plenary of the Liberian Senate regarding whether or not those different port authorities, those different ports across the country, should be given autonomous status. And the debate or the issue raised by Senator James Emmanuel Nukwe is that the fact that those different ports are generating revenue, and given that assessment done so far has revealed that the National Port Authority, for example, generates some 2 to 3 million annually. The Buchanan Port generates some 500 to 600,000 annually, contributing to national revenue. If there was autonomous status given to those different port authorities across the country, they will do far better, and Liberians will find it very easy as compared to now. When it comes to importing their items into the country, everyone will not have to pass through the National Port Authority or the Free Port of Monrovia, but they will use those different ports of entries as alternative routes. So those were issues that were discussed today as well at the level of the Liberian Senate. Following the mini debate, the issue was being forwarded to the relevant committees, and they will subsequently take some actions to bring the issues to rest, to be able to address that issue. So those are just a few updates we thought to provide you here. The Liberian Senate was expected today to address, to have a confirmation hearing of folks who were being designated or who have been designated by the President of the Republic of Liberia to serve in several capacities. But the confirmation hearing at a point was pushed, it was postponed to tomorrow 11 o'clock based on time factor and other reasons. But key amongst those reasons was that the committee could not get a quorum. So Senator Darius Dillon, being the head of the Committee on Information and Broadcast, he could not get a quorum. He could not get the other members of the committee to appear, to avail themselves to form part of that hearing today. And he, as chairman of the committee, could not all by himself conduct the hearing. And so based on the lack of quorums, based on the unavailability of other senators to avail themselves for the hearing was being pushed to tomorrow. So just to give you a brief update, some of those expected to be appearing tomorrow for the hearing are Daniel Sando, for example. Daniel Sando is currently the minister and the assistant minister for technical services, deputy minister for technical services at the Ministry of Information, Cultural Affairs and Tourism. He's being elevated to deputy minister for press and public affairs. So that confirmation hearing is going to be tomorrow here at the Liberian Senate. You have Nat Bridget also, who has been designated to serve as deputy minister for technical services. Angel Morris is being designated to serve as assistant minister for tourism, plus two other officials. So that hearing is expected to be conducted tomorrow. Tomorrow also here at the Liberian Senate, most of you are aware that the Public Account Committee from the both houses are expected to commence the hearings on the audit reports from the General Auditing Commission, that's the GAC for short. So that hearing is going to commence tomorrow as well, with several ministries and agencies concerned with those different audit reports that have already been released to the legislature. Those representatives from those institutions will be availing themselves for the public hearings regarding those different audit reports. So we just thought to bring you a brief update here. I want to say thanks to all of you for watching Spoon TV. My name is Nelson Colette. Thanks. They will come your way again. Have a good day. Of course, thanks to our guy Ernest Bena behind cameras, making sure that we get all of the visuals right here. A brief update from the Liberian Senate. I'm Nelson Colette. Have a good day.